Hello, and welcome to Decorating Pages Podcast. I am your host, Kim One Up. How's it going? Summer is flying by. It's August. It's like mid-August. I mean, it's over. Kids are going to go back to school pretty soon. That's okay. And I hope everyone had a great summer and is finishing up. And hopefully people starting back to work. Also, kind of like a school year. Sometimes we have like a school. Used to like when I was on Bones way back when, we'd go back after July 4th and then we'd work all the way till May. So we'd have off like May, June. It was kind of awesome. I never knew how much, I never appreciated it when I had it. I kind of did. I mean, I traveled a lot, but yeah, no. I hope everyone's starting up. I hope it's picking up. Those incentives were immediate disbursement. So hoping things are picking up. On this episode, I am talking to production designer Kalina Ivanov, who is nominated for her production design work on The Penguin in contemporary production design. Bravo to this team. I could not say more how much I loved The Penguin. I love the look of it. I love all of it. We talk about these intricate sets and very character-driven designs that she had to make up for this, and how the strike helped them out in building, how the writer's strike, because everything went down, but they got to build a little more. So, it helped out a little bit here and there. So I'll get into that in a minute. What One Up is watching? Well, to be honest, I'm finishing up my tour of Italy right about now. I'm probably getting off the plane. So pre-recording this, but things that I have been watching, I mean, I've watched a lot of TV. I have to say, I have a continuous list of nominated production design films since 1928. Was that the first year? And one that I have been wanting to watch, and it's never available, is Raintree County, which stars Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift. And it was supposed to be like another it's 1957. It's supposed to be like the 1957 version of Gone with the Wind. Well, number one, it's not. No, there is no other Gone with the Wind, in my opinion. But this really does this Southern look and the war and all of those, design sets of the South and the plantation and all of that. Really beautiful sets. And the production designer is credited, art directors, they say, is William Horning and Yuri McCleary. William Horning did Ben-Hur. And set decorators Hugh Hunt and Edwin Willis, one of my favorites, who did Gaslight. We'll get into that. But this is such a surprising movie. I had no idea where this was going because she's no Scarlett O'Hara, but Eva Marie Saint is also in it. Really, obviously a young Lee Marvin is in it. Who else? There was like someone who made a special appearance. I don't know, there's someone in it and I was like, oh, is he even credited? And I don't even think he's credited. Anyway, Kirk Douglas. I think Kirk Douglas is in it and he's not even credited. Anyway, it's a good watch. It's on Tubi right now. If you're not into Tubi, you're missing out. They have so many movies on Tubi. It's crazy. And they rotate a lot, which is nice. I get very agitated, I'd say, with TCM's like hub or whatever they call it through the HBO app, because I love TCM, but they don't switch the movies around enough. I've seen so many on there that they have. I like, I don't know. I like different stuff on there. But Tubi seems to like switch shit out. It's very nice. And it's free. Tubi's free. Check it out. So I watched that. It's long, 182 minutes. It was a long one. They have all the overture and they have a break in the middle and all that jazz. In the middle of this filming is when Montgomery Clift had his accident. So you can kind of tell in some scenes they only shoot him from one side. I guess they were avoiding the other side where he had a scar. But yeah, totally check it out. Raintree County from 1957. I liked it. Another oldie that I watched out of nowhere, it's called Talk of the Town. Best art direction by Lionel Banks, Rudolph Stennard, and Faye Babcock for black and white. And this is 1942, and it's a George Stevens film, and it's an escaped prisoner must prove his innocence to a law professor who helps him in a spirited school teacher. That doesn't really make sense. All I know is it Cary Grant? Cary Grant, super handsome in this, and Jean Arthur, who are like, the flirting is really great. And then this professor comes to stay at her house. The house is super cute. So it's contemporary 1942, if anybody's looking for that. And Ronald Coleman, who was in Lost Horizon, which I also watched, which I thought was pretty good. It's a cute story of like a fugitive living in your house and you don't know it kind of thing. And Cary Grant's very suave and everything. So it's a cute little film. It's 118 minutes, not bad. I really liked it. I thought the design of the house was really pretty and really pretty decorative drapes and shears and everything if you're looking for some research for that. All right, let's get to this episode. I speak with production designer Kalina Ivanov, who I have spoken to twice before. Once for her work on Raintree County, and the second for her work with set decorator Rich Murray on The Penguin. And you can check out that episode also. She is nominated, her and her team, with set decorator Rich Murray and Rich Devine, for The Penguin, for Contemporary. And as I said, I love the series. I love everything about it. I love how in-depth the sets are that give this series such a look and feel of like that dark Batman, but I think are so much richer into the story. From nightclubs to they didn't build the nightclub, but like the mansion they built, the apartments that they built, the Penguin's apartment. They had so many builds. They had so many exterior shots that they had to do, like nighttime and everything, and rubbish, and 3 blocks worth of like a flood and everything to dress in. It's an amazing amount of sets, and I think they all look incredible. So we talk about that, and we also talk about how Kalina is one of the I don't want to say inventors, but she's one of the creators of the Production Design Collective, which represents over 1,200 colleagues. I think she says more that might be dated, in 73 countries. And it's a get-together for production designers to hang out. They every other year they get together. It's a wonderful get-together that they have. She talks all about how she started this with her friend Inbal Weinberg in 2014. And the Production Design Collective website is fantastic. They have a forum section where production designers have answered questions I need answers to sometimes. Like, I just love it. They have a whole section of sketches, of production designer sketches, which are beautiful. They talk about their events. They have a great resource page about books and magazines and podcasts that they recommend, and blogs and design blogs and everything. So International Production Design Week is scheduled for October 17th through the 26th this year. And again, it's a global campaign to promote the craft of production design in film and television. And yeah, so bravo to her and Inbal for creating this. And yeah, it's awesome. She talks all about it. So I hope you enjoy.
Great, absolutely.
Yeah. I get the the privilege, and I do love of seeing Rich Murray, the one of the decorators on the project, because he's on our executive committee. Um, it seems like you guys have such a tight bond. When I spoke to you before about designing and decorating the penguin, um, is your collaboration? Am I correct? Is that collaboration really, really
It
strong?
is it is marvelous. I mean, I really love Rich Murray. I just cannot tell you how much I appreciate him and his efforts to what he has given. And it is remarkable to have a colleague like that. I
Mhm.
really, really love him.
Yeah, he's fun and he's creative, and I love what the two of you did. And the other decorator is
Rich
the
Divine.
Rich. Yes, yes. I mean, to work
Yeah.
and to get this many sets each episode, and each one be so full, chock full of not only character but design elements. There's no, corners of, missing design in these elements. I mean, right now we're looking at where the penguin goes, as it's his mom's, it's a hideout house, correct? This was the
Chuck.
hide. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a hideout
This
house.
is the
Yeah.
hideout house.
What I yes, what I see here is it is the one in episode 5 when they go to, right?
Right.
It's the one that they go to. Yes, it's it belongs to a Polish guy. You know, it
Right.
belongs to the guy who gets killed in the first episode. It's a young man, and they go there because Victor takes her there, knowing that he's dead, and it's a set that was tricky in the sense because we wanted it to to remind us of the childhood of the penguin. So
Mm,
when you see the
right.
apartment of the childhood of the penguin, it's a mirror image of this one. And so what I did is I designed this set and then I took the rooms apart and I switched them around, and
That's very
we
nice.
configured that way the childhood apartment because so the mother, when she says, oh, reminds me of the old apartment, it really does remind her of that.
Right.
It
That's what
really,
it
they're
was.
very connected. Yeah.
In your shooting schedule of this, and having so many builds and so many layers to all of these sets, do you feel like you had like the prep time to really do all this, or is everything rushed, as most of us are? Is it-
Well, one of the things on the Penguin that is unusual is that I had a little bit more prep at the beginning. And what helped us is that we didn't get green light right away.
Mm,
That helped us. That helped us figure out the way into the show. And then after that, it was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, a big bull was running behind you,
right, right.
stream rolling, and it's a steamroller, you know. Um, but that's Crown Heights.
Yeah,
That is
this,
the Crown
yeah,
Heights.
I'm
Yes.
kind of scrolling through some sets here, but
Yeah,
this,
it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, I there's never enough time in television, as
yeah,
you know. You
yeah,
know, you very well know that, and but you have to find a way to do it. And those first few months that I had to think about the show were very helpful.
yeah,
And and then those decisions to reconfigure the apartment, to make two apartments out of one, was a very good decision at
yeah.
the end. You know.
The the process that you have, because I've seen some of your work. I'm not. I don't think I have it in here, but we'll talk later too. You're sketching. You
Oh
are a
yeah.
magnificent sketcher, and does that help you not only, figure out your design and how you're going to go with this, but in communicating with the directors and producers and really selling what your ideas are to them. I mean, I always feel like designers who sketch, I love working with that because it's now we're on the same page or something. But can you tell me a little bit about your design process from when you get the script?
Yeah, well, I get the script, and it very much depends on the, of course, on the script and the project that is. But I always sketch out ideas because it's my way of getting inside the show, and by doing these sketches, I'm I'm turning off the world, and I'm focusing on this piece of paper. And as terrifying as it is to start that way, it always comes out well because at the end you have something to show. It's amazing how much you don't realize how much you've thought about the show, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right.
you know, at that moment. And that's my way of thinking and my way of mapping out an elaborate story like that. So I will do these very quick black and white sketches. They take about an hour or to 2 hours, and then I will start from there, putting color, turning them to a concept artist, for example. But they're always there to guide me through the through line. They're the through line to the show.
Right. And because too, when you're sketching, you're also giving tones and color patterns and things that you want integrated into the decor or the lighting. I mean, I'm sure it helps with, communicating with the DP and like everything that you're thinking too of shafts of light, and we really want to focus here and um
Right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not going, I mean, I don't know if I'm explaining it very
No,
well.
no, yeah, yeah, you are. Yeah, no, you are. I think a lot of people get interested, and especially with the films and the shows that you've done, like Lovecraft Country, which I always say wrong, but I think I got it. Which was a phenomenal show, and I have not seen The Peacemaker, but I'm sure if I looked at it, you have very distinct sources in your sets and very distinct textures that you use, and I'm sure that that comes through and is communicated in your design process because they lend so much, to these sets and to these stories. So I would see that as a through. I don't work with you, but I would see that as a through line just in what appears on the screen.
Well,
Yeah.
that day will come, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Uh,
Um, I, so I know how wonderful sketching is, but then when you bring on the decorator and the or art director and decorator and everything, do you jump in right away and just throw it all at them? Do you? Because sometimes I hold things back because I don't want people to get overwhelmed. And with something like the Penguin, I feel like you had so many sets and so many, and I think you overlapped episodes and shooting out
yeah.
of sequence, if I remember. So, I mean, yeah, Penguin.
I mean, I would immediately share with the art director and the decorator. There was no time to
No
wait
time. Yeah,
around,
yeah,
But it's remarkable when I think about how much I would design a set, and then they will tell me we can't build it. You have to
yeah,
find it at the location, right?
yeah,
And Monroe's Jazz Club is as a good example
yeah.
of that. And and ironically, the end product is very close to my original sketch,
Mm,
even though it isn't the set anymore, even though it is Monroe's Jazz Club. But that's where I came up with the idea of the chandelier that had fallen down.
mhm.
And that was a very important moment, to distinguish to give the set a gesture, in a sense, and to make it look like that. It was remarkable,
Yeah.
and we achieved it. We built that chandelier. I mean, in this set, like, you look at it, you can't believe we did it in a real location. And what the real location had, it had the booths around.
Mm,
And and that's all it had. And I brought in everything I wanted, and large murals of Bosch, and which I covered,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and I brought in the columns. I brought everything, and I extended the stage, and I built the chandelier, and we edited there, and we did the texture on the bar, etc. But and it became a coherent environment, and a club that you can believe it was there from
Oh
the
yeah.
1930s.
Do you think by not building it you saved any money? Like,
I don't know
I
whether
don't
you
know.
say
I don't know these
I
answers. I don't get
I
it. You moved a whole
I
company over here because we couldn't build it. Like I don't get it. But
I exactly, but I'm not gonna argue it. I mean, I can't argue with that, but there it is,
yeah.
here we are on location, and I ironically did what I wanted to
No,
do.
yeah, yeah. I mean, getting to still get close to your concept and your designs, that's fantastic because that's what you really want. And I'm sure when you're location scouting and seeing dozens of locations thinking this isn't gonna work for us or this isn't, and a lot of times I know in TV you get like pinned into, well, we're here half the day. We have to make it work the other half of the day somewhere around here. And it's a real challenge for designers to be able to make, the cohesiveness, like you're saying, and making it work in the show for these locations. So bravo for, making it work there. I mean, it's such a great set too. Seeing it in two different versions of being alive and when they're that creepy dancing together and then
Right.
seeing it
Yeah.
run down and that scene, the scene where it's run down and the chandeliers on the floor is so phenomenal. It's such a phenomenal. So great.
It's an important scene,
Yeah.
because it's about him and his mother, and the break of that relationship,
Yeah.
and I mean, anyway, it's a very, very critical scene in the movie,
Yeah.
in the project.
Oh, it's a movie. You did, what'd you do? 10 movies? You did 10 movies.
Yes, exactly. I did 10 movies. Yeah.
I didn't have this with the other one, but I do have a photo of your floor plan, your color choices, your wallpaper choices, and the exterior building that you had in mind
Right.
when designing it. And I always love to see the process. I love the ADG awards that they post everyone's work when you submit it.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that. I'm trying to get there. So I really appreciate when you can see someone's work. But can you talk a little bit about the wallpaper choice for this? Because it's so interesting.
Oh, it is really,
Printed?
the wallpaper was because they were Polish,
Mm,
so I was thinking, where can I find Polish wallpaper, and I have to go to the vintage, for that matter, but it was all related to the roots of the family,
mm,
trying
yeah.
to tell that this is a Polish family lives there. So it was the folkloric details of the wallpaper made it really happen and gave it that feeling.
Yeah. It's wonderful. It's a very busy sort of pattern, but yet the colors are fantastic and the whole palette is built, I'm sure, around the wallpaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Um, did you have a favorite set when you look back at it? I mean, it's been probably a
Well, I
while
don't
since you've done it, right? At this point.
I mean, but people ask me that question all the time, and I have a hard time saying one set, because it is a through line of, I don't know how to choose. I don't
Yeah.
know. Do I choose the first set? No. Do I choose the Falcon Mansion? I don't know. Do I choose the depot, the trolley depot, the
Oh,
abandoned trolley depot? Amazing. Was the biggest set of the. I don't know how to choose. They're all my children. How
yeah.
do you choose a
Yeah.
child?
I know. I think it usually comes down to which set did I have the least trauma on? Like Or what,
Well,
or something like for me, like, oh, it came, that sofa came together just with everything, and everything sort of came together really great, and I loved how it's, was seen on screen, and but everything in this looks great. So, but yeah, it is hard to choose. It is.
well, I would say probably the Falcon mention in a
Mansion that
way,
you built, yeah.
because I was able to use these pre-Renaissance paintings that I love so much,
Mhm.
you know, and I was able to anchor the head of the family under the painting is called The Knight,
Mhm.
and
That's
it
good.
was it was marvelous. I mean, it was just a wonderful framing of the Falcon,
Yeah.
of himself,
I
so
I was always so surprised. I thought this was a location when you told me it was a build. I was like, well, that's a huge build. You did that, the bedroom, the kitchen, like you did so much, and the build of it is
yeah.
unreal.
Yes, and oh yes, and the other part, I can't think of the name right now, what we
The
used to call it,
atrium,
but
was it an
uh, uh,
atrium?
there was an atrium and there was the round part,
The
the
rotunda,
solarium.
a
The
solarium,
solarium,
solarium. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just huge builds on this. So how many stages did you have?
This set and the set of where he lived, the penguin lived, was one stage. That
Mhm.
was one stage. The second stage was Arkham, with
Oh,
multiple
yeah.
other sets that went in and out. And the third stage, I mean, we had four stages, four big stages.
Four huge
Yeah,
stages that you built
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And then you have tons of exterior work that you did throughout the
Um,
city.
yes,
And
yes.
this, I still can think of that that shot of that wave coming to those poor people, and it takes your breath away. That scene is unbelievable, but the aftermath that you guys had to do of basically a tidal wave in the middle of the city was, it's a massive dress. It's a massive dress. I mean, there's so much debris and and upside down cars and all the choices for the signage and everything on the streets. I mean, how big? I mean, was it like 3 blocks you guys had to do? How much did you do there?
That was one of the biggest sets.
Yeah.
Yes, about 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, the street was not a straight street. It was on an angle. So it was very interesting. And all the signage that we had to do was amazing. And then 40 tons of debris and dirt
Oh my
dropped on
God.
it, you know, and the three cars. I mean, those three cars on top of each other, I had seen in a book about Katrina,
Oh yeah.
and I really wanted to evoke Katrina in that. So they were directly from as a reference. I mean, it's for real when a flood goes through a town.
Yeah.
Um, and that's also when Rich really contributed with his idea of a broken building, so
Oh,
it was a wonderful collaboration. Yeah.
yeah. And the aging, I mean, your paint department is unreal. Also, I have to shout out to them because the aging of something like this is huge. To make the dressing look correct, you have to age all this. So it's a huge undergoing for all the departments to do this.
Yeah, and Elizabeth Lynn was my charge scenic. I cannot sing her enough praises. I mean, she is the number one scenic in New York, so um, her work is really beyond.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Yeah.
I don't know if I included it, but that last shot of um when they're, his new penthouse, his
Oh,
new
yeah.
lair is
Yeah.
gorgeous too. I mean, that I remember you telling me about that you had dressed and designed a lot more of it and we didn't get to see it, which is such a bummer. Such a bummer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you can't control how they shoot it, but
Yeah.
you know. But it was well, the story behind it, that was another one where I created it as a set and ended up on location. And the story behind that one was that they told me, yes, you have to go on location, and we at the last moment have to find this location, and we found it was perfect because the windows were perfect, and the whole story of it, the whole moment of that is about the windows,
Right.
and because we're going to see the bat signal. So but it was a white box, really, nothing in it at all except a staircase and under construction. And I thought, we'll go with that. We'll go with under construction,
Right.
but we will bring the murals uh, Zeus's hounds, as they're called, the harpies, and we brought them in. We brought the floor. We built all the columns, all the 20-foot
Oh my
columns,
God.
etc. We added it to the walls. We added the murals, and it was spectacular, and
Yeah,
uh, it really made the set. It really was spectacular set.
it is. And it's such a dynamic scene. It's such a and such a
Yeah.
build
Well,
up. So I
it
just want it to end. I just want it to end. And I'm like, what? Now you're
but
dancing again.
yeah, but I mean, think about it. He is there with this with his old lady, the prostitute, pretending to be his mother,
Yeah.
And on the walls, you have the hounds of Zeus, the harpies, all these pissed off women through
Yeah.
history. And they're looking at him, and he is proudly dancing. And I just thought, wow,
Yeah. It's great.
you know,
It's such a
yeah,
great visual that was
yeah,
created there. It's really great. It's such a great ending too to have that. Um,
yeah.
did you I forget, but this was the train station a total build?
It, yes.
Wow, that's right. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
except for the lobby, which was real, but it was a total build. Yes, it was a 4,500 square feet. I mean, it was massive. It was a lot of tunnels. We built the trolley cars also.
Oh
The
wow.
two that they're there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was massive. Yeah.
And how I know you had a heads up that this was coming, but still, there's so much involved here because again, you have painting and ghost signs and everything like that, and the aging of the floors and all of the debris down there and the trolley cars and everything. How long do you think the process was from starting construction to being shot? Did you get?
I am the worst person in terms of time. I really don't remember. I don't remember the exact time frame, but except I do remember one thing: the strike happened.
Oh,
Right in Yes, right
okay.
when we yes, and it helped me. It helped me because the line producer was able to convince HBO to leave the art department for extra 2 weeks to finish the set.
Oh, how
And
helpful.
exactly, and we worked it out to a movie quality set,
Oh, yeah. It's
So,
fantastic.
so I have to say I'm the only person grateful for for the strike
Oh,
because of
no.
that.
I've talked to people and there were benefits to some departments getting more prep time or more
Yeah.
design time. Like it's not just you. It helped people and then when you have off and then you still had a couple months, thinking about other things, thinking about other sets. There's nothing like time in prep. There's nothing like it. I mean, it's invaluable, really, in the research you can get done and everything. So it helped.
Yeah, and in the fact that you have a moment, precisely what you said, you have a moment to feel alive again.
Yeah.
Like when you're in the grind of television, you at some point you become so exhausted that decisions like can be slippery.
Yeah.
At that this came in at the right moment. This came in right before the depot, and it was a breath of fresh air. And when we came back 3 months later, I was a new person. I
Yeah.
mean, and mind you, it helped us with the weather because we did winter for winter in the real time. But also, some of the sets, like the Crown Point, but they froze. The set froze, so we had to unfreeze it anyway. It was quite the opposite
Yeah.
all the time.
Whenever you
Yeah,
think like, oh, shooting outside will be fine, it's like, is it, especially in LA, it's like, it's gonna rain. Like, wow, it never rains here. Why? Just because we're shooting outside that one day, it's gonna rain? Like, whatever
yeah,
happens will happen. Wind,
yeah,
storms, tornadoes, everything. Um,
yeah.
well, I can't say enough about the Penguin, and I'm a huge fan, and I can't wait for it to come back. I don't know when it will, but I hope it
Yeah,
will. I don't know, but it's such a
yeah.
fantastic series.
Well, they're doing Batman too, right?
Right.
So we have to account for Colin being in Batman too. So if it happens, it will happen way after that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I
yeah.
was just a Paramount and he was doing Sugar season 2, and I'm like, get him out of there. He's got to get back to that penguin. You guys done shooting yet? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic show. I mean, even if you're not, you don't have to be a Batman or Penguin fan or know anything about it. I mean, this character just, they tell the whole backstory. It's heart-wrenching, his backstory. But yeah, it's just a fabulous show. So congratulations, well deserved on the nomination. It's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Um we are going to talk about the Production Design Collective. Now, how did you get this together? I mean, it's hard enough to get people to collaborate to do anything. But
You know,
2014, were you not busy in 2014? What were you doing?
no, uh, we started 10 years ago. Yes, exactly. And Inbal Weinberg, my co-founder, and I thought about that, and we sat down in a little coffee shop on Avenue B and in New York and 14th Street.
Mm,
And we sat down and we thought, what could be, uh, how do we bring designers together, from all over the world? I wanted society, and she wanted a collective, and
mm.
we ended up choosing the collective as the word for our organization. And it has been a wonderful thing. At the beginning we had 50 members. Our friends were our members, and it was 50 of them. Towards the end, now
Uh-huh.
we have 1,500 members.
Yeah, you have
So
in
we jumped from 50
in
to
7,300, it's
1,500.
73 countries, right?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
so, it's
So,
so impressive. It's so amazing. Just from a coffee shop.
yes, from a really a meeting of the minds. I didn't know Imbal very well, but she came to a lecture I was giving, and I liked her tremendously. And in those 10 years, we've grown together, and we have gotten to know each other very well. And we've built a
Yeah.
beautiful big thing.
Oh, it's an amazing thing because that's something I hear as being governor of the Emmys is, how do we connect? I just want to connect with people. I want to connect with other peers, and there is something because it's not like designers work with each other. We're decorators. We don't usually work with each other. We're a singular person on a, we work with designers, you work with decorators, but it's not like we're working together on anything. So any sort of way to get us together to collaborate or to educate, I mean, it's a fantastic thing. That's one of the reasons I do the podcast. But to have what you have grown into something like this and the yearly event that you guys have put on to get everybody together physically, that's a huge feat. And that's amazing. And I applaud you guys for that.
Yeah, because 2 years ago, we put out a first live event, which is only for designers, for 250 designers. And that's happens biannually.
Mhm.
But every other year, like this year, it will be the International Production Design Week. And that one is open to all the supporting elements of production design. So we have in LA, we'll do a bunch of events, but we have events with the Society of Decorators, you
Yes.
know, and the prop masters, and we're trying to set up a locations the discussion.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, every and anybody that can come up with an event is welcome, welcome to the party.
Yeah. I mean, the first one you had was in Greece, right? Is that the
Yes,
first one?
the live event that we do for the production designers is in Greece.
Oh,
Yes.
it's so fabulous. I only heard awesome stories of everyone, mostly not even talking about Greece, but talking about I got to hear, so and so talk, or I actually had sat down and had a conversation with so and so. And, you know, we are really all fans of each other. And we really appreciate each other's work on a whole of because we know how hard it is. So getting to meet people in that way, Greece is not a bad setting, but it's really wonderful to have made that sort of event, and then to make the events biannually, even with other societies. It's really great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed on their website it says that you're building a new website, but I do want to say that on the website they have the forum section, which I've read all of these, by the way. I've read them all.
Yeah.
And not just because I was going to talk to you, but throughout, like, knowing about the PDC, I have gone back and like looked at these. But they're so informative because you have asked questions of production designers, and they give you realistic answers, and talk about their process, or talk about what was your most challenging set, like how do you design for commercials, how do you celebrate International Production Design Week, like there's tons of questions on there, and they're answered by more than one designer, and I think it's a great thing just for people to pop in and look at. I hope, as it's a great idea. Did you guys come up with that? Like, what did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that is actually what we started with, and Inbal wanted to do it every month, and I was like, "Oh no, God no, we don't have the time. We're working, so let's do it every 2 months." And in that sense, I'm glad we did it that way because we would run out of designers,
Right.
and then, and that speak English. And anyway, and when you think about like what it took, we will alternate some of the this month I will ask, and in 2 months she will ask
Mm.
for colleagues the next question, and we will come up with different questions, or questions will arise from the discussion for the next one, etc., etc. And it was very rewarding, but I mean very stressful too, because inevitably one of the designers will fall out, and you are
Yeah.
like at the last moment pinging each other. Who do I get? Who do
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get?
Well, that is the thing. We do get busy, and then time just goes, and then you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, my answer's due." So I'm sure I'm
yeah,
sure that comes up,
yeah,
but the answers that are given for anyone who's looking to get into production design, and this site is just chock full of inspiration and instruction, and yeah, I'm a fan of your site. I also absolutely love the um the feature of like the beautiful sketches that you show. I mean, you
yeah,
have some up there, Janine Oppenwall. Like, there are so many designers, and how the sketches are different, and what people are calling out in some, and how people are using light and shadow in the others, and it's a beautiful way to show the design process. So I'm so happy that you guys put that on there. I hope that continues too.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
just beautiful
yeah,
sketches on there.
yeah,
And then you have events on there, which show the
yeah,
events. You have a great resource book and magazine and podcast
yeah,
that you recommend. Um, the book section that you recommend, I've bought many books off of the recommendations, I must say.
We all have.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I had one because I was looking at them again the other day. I had one in my Amazon basket for a long time, moved it up to my cart. In 2 days, it was like, oh, this is no longer available. I was like, oh, I missed out on the Menzies book that I had in my cart forever, and someone just bought it from me. I was so mad. But again, a wonderful resource for designers who are working or new or anything like that. It's a great resource that you guys have put together. Are you looking forward to anything this year for the International Design Collective?
I am working. I am in charge of the events in LA.
Oh,
So you and I have to talk about that.
sure.
But
I'm in. I'm in for anything. It's October 17th through the 26th
Six,
this year.
exactly. And
Yes.
there will be an official website which will become live in early October. So check it out. Check out in your town or in your country, whatever it is, what's happening. Everything will be there, and you can sign up and you can go see movies. There will be screenings. There will be museums. It will be everything.
Oh, that'll be
Uh,
great. Yeah.
yeah.
Especially in LA, with like just what's going on here and getting some Hollywood love back. I think everyone will be very excited to put
I
that in
know.
there.
It's really it's kind of sad that what's happened to LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't really think of the reason because I've been here for 20 years. I can't pin it down. I don't get it. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that smart, but I don't get it. I mean, I do in a sense get it because we don't really have filmmakers making movies anymore, but that's been around for a long time. But what has changed, I think, is they the they don't care. I guess people used to care that things were made in Hollywood, like there was a stigma to it. They don't care anymore if it's made in
Yeah.
Hollywood. They want to make it for the cheapest amount and make the most money, and that's business. We all get that, but it's sad not to use the resources that were inducted into a whole community and city here that's been around for over 100 years. So it's a hard thing to swallow and to see it happening. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what else? What else you got going on? Are you on Peace? You were on Peacemaker. Are you done with that?
I am done with Peacemaker. I am now doing a movie.
Oh,
I'm in Boston currently and doing a movie called Little Men.
oh,
So it's a Plan B picture.
oh, nice,
Um,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
And we'll we'll see. We start shooting in September. So
I also saw is it The Men in the Boat? The Men in the Boat?
oh, the boys on the
The
boat.
Boys in the Boat is such a fantastic story and
Yeah.
and well designed and decorated and shot and acted. It's such a really good. I felt like no, that should have been talked about a lot more. That was a really quiet little film and that was really impactful. So bravo on that film.
Thank you so much. That was the year before,
Yeah.
and it got lost in the shuffle,
Yeah.
not enough publicity. Um, I don't know what to say,
Yeah.
but I got good notices that I can say.
Yeah.
My work didn't go for nothing. It was acknowledged, but the film could have done better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it maybe wasn't advertised correctly or something, but it's a really good film. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's a really good film. It's a great
Yeah,
true
it's
story.
it's on the Prime. It's
It's
on
on
the
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really good.
yeah,
I'm so glad that you made time for me, and I always love speaking with you. And your designs are just such an inspiration. And so good luck with the Emmys and the Penguin, and
thank
I
you.
hope to see you. So thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. What else?
Oh, I love Kalina. I love her accent, but I just love her descriptions of her sets and all of the details that she, tells us about her design process and everything. And again, the the production design collective that she co-founded with Inbal Weinberg in 2014 is awesome. Please check it out. If you are a production designer, sign up, get involved. International Production Design Week is from October 17th through the 26th. And again, it's just to promote the craft of production design. It's a week of concentrated events celebrated worldwide and online. So there's masterclasses, there's panels, there's screenings, there's meetups, there's receptions. Go sign up if you are a production designer. It's a really awesome thing, I think. And that website, I'm telling you, is a plethora of awesome information. So thank you to Kalina for giving me the time for that. So next week, we have production designer Allison Gartshore to talk about Bridgerton, which is such a lovely show. It's an absolute and other end of the spectrum of the Penguin. It's light, it's color, it's bright and cheerful and flowers and beautiful period sets. So I'll talk to her next week about her Emmy-nominated show. What else? Please subscribe. Please rate the podcast. It helps the show to get recognized on all platforms. So I always appreciate, and any feedback, it means everything. Check out the decorating pages on YouTube for all of these visuals that we talk about. And yeah. That's it. I hope you got an earful. I'm Kim One Up for Decorating Pages.